Hey friends. Oh, that's weird. I hadn't clicked on it for it to go live yet. What the heck? So I had just done the thumbnail, and then I got a phone call, and so I had to pause. So I wanted to live stream for longer, but yeah. That's so weird. It's glitching. Hi, John. Yeah, I don't know what happened. So I just had to answer a phone call, and I hadn't even clicked on go live. It's bizarre. But I've had a crazy surge in views. I guess the last 3, 4 days. Hi, baby. Hi, Evil Ubuntu. And I just wanted to say hi to all of my new subscribers if you're watching and if you tap the bell. Hey, Marty. We were in Utah for a couple weeks, and then I had medical stuff when I got back. And so, not just me, but we had to take our son to urgent care. Let's see, last Monday, then on Thursday, Saturday, then to his regular doctor on Monday, and then I had to take him to the doctor again the next day after that. Carmen's birthday's tomorrow. There's all this back to school stuff going on, and it's like really overwhelming right now. Yeah, it was weird how my channel blew up this week, and that's because my video has been on the recommended page. And it's funny because when my views go way down, I go, is this thing broken? And then when my views go way up, that's my same reaction. Is this broken? So I'm not sure how much longer the recommended page thing will last, but it's been really fun watching it. And but you become obsessed because you want to see like the highest point that it goes. So in the analytics, it shows you how many views you've had in a 48-hour period. So it went as high as 140 or 150. And just it couldn't be more well timed because we still have to pay off our trip. Um, and I was starting to worry about Christmas and stuff. So um, we still have a few more days this month, and I might set a revenue record for myself. I don't know. I'll take any help I can get. Hello, ASAP Cubing. How are you? Are you new? Hi, Heather. You guys, Heather is here to ban everyone who gets out of line. Hi, Rebecca. Um, I'm glad you liked the cancer disease one. When they say something stupid in poor English, I just have to mock them for it. And it's really fun when they don't know that you're mocking them. So he had no clue that every time I said cancer disease, I was making fun of him. Hey, Jamie. You guys, you should go watch Jamie's video. I watched it today, and they're doing a Whitney Houston impression. Let's see. There was another romance scammer. Actually, this one wasn't a romance scammer. This was a guy, actually, he turned romance scammer partway into that. But at first, he told me that um, he was trying to help victims get their money back, and he said that he was an intelligent soldier rather than an intelligence officer, and it made that just cracked me up so bad. And by the end of that, I kept going, I don't know, you tell me, intelligent soldier. And then I think that was the guy that had the fake ID too, and that just made it even funnier. And then he tried to turn all romantic with me. So first I acted like I was falling for his act that he was trying to catch scammers and was telling him all about Steve, who was a romance scammer who I quote dated for 4 months. And I'm still getting notification from Instagram about scammers they're banning who I reported. Like seriously, I got a notification I think yesterday that a scammer has been banned who I reported 45 weeks ago. That is ridiculous. And the thing is, these guys try to get people off Instagram as soon as possible because they know that there's a chance they'll be banned. So they try to get you on Google Chat. And once they get their victim on Google Chat, there's not really anything you can do about it. Yeah, I think I may have called that something. I titled that something about an intelligent soldier. So, hey, Debs, who have I not said hello to? If anyone. Hey, Stinky Cheese. Do you like Stinky Cheese? Or you like making fun of Stinky Cheese? Stinky Cheese has, let's see, is on a Facebook group called Imposters. Yeah, I don't get as many scammer requests on Facebook, but Instagram, I get them, and not as often on Instagram anymore, but I haven't been as active as Irene because I've just had all this catching up to do. Um, it was so focused on getting rid of or getting ready for our trip, and um, our kids were also doing some side jobs trying to earn money too. So that involved a lot more driving my kids around and not as much time to mess with scammers. Stanky, you were hacked? Hey, Jessica. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl says I caused a guy to quit his job after the second year. He called me because my name came up for him a third year, and he called and told me I was right. It was a scam, and he quit. Good work. Hey, Terry. Okay, we have two moderators now to keep everyone in line. Hi, Joanna. Hi, 928. I'm just going to call you 928. C'est la vie. It's good to see you. So, yeah, that was our first trip to Utah in 9 years. So we were way overdue and hadn't met most of our nieces and nephews, and that was making me very sad. And my in laws are getting older and have health problems, and I was like, we have to go see them because you never know what's going to happen. Jessica says, I don't know why, but you look familiar. I swear I've seen you somewhere before or someone who looks like you. Um, I've had a few people this week say that I look like Jeremy Renner's sister, if he has a sister. So, the first time I was told that, I had to go Google who he was. And then I forgot. And then the next time someone said it, I went and Googled again. And oh, yeah, that's right. I looked that up before. Oh, wow. Cheryl says the man that quit had me send him all the screenshots of the conversations between us so we could use it against the company he was turning them in. That's awesome. So, how are you all doing? I was taking a breather before I do some more stuff for Carmen's birthday tomorrow. I've spent the whole day planning music for a church conference and just a lot of back and forth about who can play what instrument and which song would be the most fitting for the meeting. Um, I went to go look at our file cabinet music library, and so much of it is outdated and copies missing and stuff. So we're planning a choir for the event, and there's no good music, and I kind of want to set the music library on fire and start over and get a lot of good music. But I won't. Music logic. Yes, I know. I need to do more blues. There's this constant noise in my house with people home during the summer. And next year, Sabrina will go to kindergarten, and just imagine all the things I'm going to get done when I have the whole house to myself for like 5 hours. I can't believe it's finally going to happen. Um, what's the time here for me? I don't know. I think it's almost 10 o'clock. Hey, G Man. Hi, Lauren. Yes, I will keep doing that. So I got two Social Security scam calls the other day who left messages, but I was gone and I was so bummed. Um, the Social Security scam call is kind of my new favorite just because it's so stupid. I mean, at the same time, it probably scares people half to death being told that they supposedly rented a car that has blood and drugs in it, but there are so many fun directions to go with that stupid accusation. So I really want to talk to those idiots again. Sorry if the screen is glitching here. Cheryl says it is blissfully to have them all in school, but they grow up and move back home and more, and now the grandbabies are here with great grandbabies. It'll be fun to have a grandbaby someday. How do I get so many scam calls? Our phone number used to belong to an elderly couple. So we bought our house 5 years ago, and yeah, there was this couple named Roger and Sylvia, and we still get phone calls from them or for them all the time. Um, Roger, we found out, passed away like last year. I'm not sure if Sylvia is still alive or not, but I will avenge them forever because I'm pretty sure they've been scammed. Hey, Debbie. Sorry if I'm not saying hi to someone. Did I say hi to Drop Bear? Hi, Drop Bear. Um, I've been getting some of those hotel scam calls, but lately I don't have time to actually talk to anybody. So, um, I really wanted to do some scam baiting today, but I had to get the music stuff done, and I'm still not done. But um, I got the stuff in the announcements. I just have to beg more people to play instruments for the songs we're doing, and I still have to find another organist for one meeting and a conductor. So, hi, Jolene. I'm a win-win. I'm not feeling better yet, but some days are worse than others, so I'm not having a, a terrible day today. So, um, I never know. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. But I'm waiting on biopsies, and that can take a couple weeks. I remember last time it took 2 weeks before they came back and said I had this disease, and I was so shocked because it'd been years of having no clue what was wrong. Um, hey, Dark Horse. Cheryl, you write your own songs? Yes, I've been really busy, and I always say, "Oh, when this happens, I won't be as busy, and when this happens, I won't be as busy. When summer comes, I won't be as busy." And that ended up being a lie. But summer did bring me the opportunity to keep the fake IRS on the phone for 3 hours. Actually, it was like 3 hours, 12 minutes, and I'm still feeling really proud about that. And and I had a lot of fun going to the state park, um, which I told them was the bank. Hey, Jessica. I do currently teach some piano lessons, but I'm decreasing that, or rather, I haven't let any students go, but I've had some move and decided I wasn't going to try to replace them. So it's been uh, I've been teaching piano for about 10 years, and it's been that long where my kids can't have play dates in the afternoon and that sort of thing because I was always teaching. And um, it's gotten a lot harder, and I'm exhausted that time of day. Um, I rarely have students who are willing to practice anymore, and that gets really draining because you're like reteaching stuff over and over again. It's an energizing experience when you have a student who practices and they keep progressing, but yeah, when they don't practice and then they don't like show up with their books and they act like they didn't know what they were supposed to practice even though they have an assignment book and everything, it just starts to crush your soul after a while. um, I found that I wasn't playing the piano as much for myself anymore. Like I used to play the piano for hours just and would sing along, and now I'm just exhausted. I want to focus on my health, and um, I want to have more time to go help my parents. Like when my kids get home from school, I want to be able to say, "Hey, the kids and I are coming over to see you, and we're gonna bring you dinner." And my piano teaching schedule just wasn't allowing that. So I still have a couple students at the moment, and we'll see what happens. Um, it just feels like it's time to take mostly a breather from that right now. But it's also been really stressful because we really depended on the income. And so when I had the surge in views this week, I was so relieved because I was thinking, how are we going to pay off this trip? How are we going to do Christmas this year? But it could die back down. So I've had surges before um, where it got really high for a while and then died back down to like really low. And it just seemed like most people weren't getting notifications or maybe didn't sign up for notifications. So, yeah, and I've taught voice at times too. Um, but voice students don't seem to be as steady. It seems like they will have something they want to audition for, and they have a solo ensemble and just need some guidance for a while. So that's not as dependable actually as teaching piano. Um, And I love teaching kids who are like the type who begged for lessons because that's how I was. And my parents never had to ask me to practice ever. In fact, they had to tell me to step away from the piano because I was getting frustrated and I was really determined to get it right. Um, yeah, and I've been over backward to try to motivate my students, and it kind of makes me laugh because my teacher, he there was no fluff. It was and hardly ever any compliments or anything. And I look back going, I practiced all of the time, and I never got any praise from that man. Come on. Oh, Joanna says, I recently had my throat stretched. Ow. Because you're choking on food? And then you found out you had celiac? But they still don't know what's causing stomach pain. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm kind of used to the pain, and it's annoying to be used to pain, but it's good to have the peace of mind that there's nothing in there that I'm dying from. You know, it's a lot easier to deal with that way. When the pain gets really bad for a really long period of time, um, then you start to wonder, uh-oh, is there something new and did I wait too long? So, um, I have a form of colitis that I was diagnosed with 20 years ago, and I don't know if they found it with this last colonoscopy or not. It depends on if the disease is active or not, so I'm going to be really annoyed if they didn't find it, though. So the military lost my records, and I have no proof of that diagnosis, so I can't get my insurance to cover certain medications for it because they have to have the proof. So that really burns my bum. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I know my husband was in the military, and so I'm grateful that they actually found something, but it didn't really help me much when they lost my records, um, which we found out just a little bit before he was getting out. So, uh, say, Levy, I'm sorry you have chronic back pain. That is definitely not fun either. I got rear ended a month before Sabrina was born, and my back was a mess for a long time. Drop Bear says celiac causes stomach pain until you get the diet spot on. Yeah, I've had some friends who were way more sensitive than others when it comes to celiac. Like one of them says she can't even have a crouton touch her salad. She can't pick the croutons out. She had to replace all of her dishes and stuff for cooking. Um, it's crazy. Hi, Weed Wacky. How are you? Yeah, Lauren, I don't know what they're going to come back with. They did find a small polyp and they removed that, so I thought, okay, I guess that's worth $2,500 right there. Yeah, that's how much the procedure was over $2,000, but I had been saving money in our health savings account for years. Um, because I knew eventually I was going to get to the point where I decided, okay, I want all the medical stuff this year. Let's figure out everything that's wrong with me. And I would just max out my deductible and then some. So, um, Lori, I look familiar. No, I don't think I know the Vaughn family. So, Carmen has requested baked brie for her birthday tomorrow, which I'll probably make for sort of a brunchy sort of thing. And then she wants to have some friends over for um, games and a movie. And then there's a back to school thing. Um, I just feel like her birthday gets lost in back to school stuff and it always makes me sad. And I'm always stressed out when school is just starting. So, like some of my other kids, I can give like all my attention to their birthday because there's like nothing going on. And yeah, when Carmen was born, it was like 3 days before the boys started school, and yeah, we showed up to their first day and like showed her off to everyone. So, um, Jessica, yes, I do sing. Singing's my favorite. Yeah, so the nice thing about YouTube and being able to make some money on YouTube is that my schedule's really flexible. I can take a break in the middle of something. I can edit at whatever hour I want, and I can work it around my family and stuff. Piano lessons is just like right after school, and at an hour where I'd really like to be making dinner. And that's another thing is I like to cook from scratch, but it's harder to make a really great dinner when you're teaching during the dinner hour. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I actually had a really hard day today, so I'm trying to get past it right now for Carmen's birthday. Um, yeah, being a mom is really hard sometimes, and a dad. You know, parenting is hard. Uh, People talk about how hard babies are. Um, yeah, babies, they're difficult in their own way, but they don't talk back. And yeah, there's all sorts of things that, babies can't get away with because they can't even walk off anywhere. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Let's see, what's something I could sing right now, just a cappella? Let me drink some water. Yes, I have playlists. Thanks for pointing that out. I know there are people who would like me to do like the same kind of video every single time, but I have a Messing with Scammers playlist. I have an IRS scammer playlist, a tech support scammer playlist, romance scammer, credit card scammer. Um, what else do I have? I haven't made uh, an SSA scammer playlist yet because I think I only have 2 videos, so I definitely need to find more of them. Um, drink some water. I'm so tired. Heather, I'm flexible. Look at my fingers curl. Hi, Kelly. It's good to see you back. I wish I could see everybody else's faces. That would be fun. Joanna, I have that same problem, and it's frustrating. Joanna says, I cannot eat a lot of fruit and vegetables because of a bowel disease. Mm-hmm. And that's really annoying because my favorite things are fruits and vegetables, and especially a good salad. And meanwhile, well, also whole grains can set it off. So all the stuff that you should be eating um, to be healthier and to lose weight is not what makes our insides happy. And that's frustrating because you're like getting lectured by people about you should eat this and you should eat this and you should eat that. And yeah, I would love to. But sometimes for months on end, I can't eat those things and I have to eat white bread, which doesn't help anyone lose weight, and white rice, all the white stuff. Um, yeah, ticks me off. Kelly, I can see your face. It's very tiny for me. Music Logic says, I like how food kind of gets in your mouth while eating. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Jamie's face today. Go watch Jamie's video, you guys. Yes, Jessica, bread is sugar. Um, yeah, with bowel diseases, you get to the point where you just don't even know what to eat, um, because so many things can set off problems. I took my chances and ate a salad tonight, so I might regret it later. It's called a chicken chili lime chop or something like that. It has so many good things in it. And my friends know me as like the queen of salad. Like if there's a potluck or something, I will show up with the most butt kicking salad you've ever seen. And let's see, I went well over 5 years without drinking any soda. Um, Almost always water. People always go, "Hey, what are you drinking?" It's always water, majority of the time. I went well over 5 years with um, no drive-through food. Period. Like I banned myself from the drive-through, and that way, if I was really tired and had a bad day, I would ask myself, "Do you really want to go into the restaurant and stand in line with your kids and everything, or would you rather go home and make a really lame meal?" So that saves money. It also saves your car from being a total mess. Um, and it's better for your health just to eat something at home. But when you're a mom and you're running people all over the place, and suddenly you realize, oh my gosh, I haven't gotten a chance to eat. And another issue is with my disease, I have to skip meals in order to function. And primary care doctor said she wanted me to eat 5 or 6 small meals a day. And my GI doctor understands. I told him that is like saying she wants me to be sick all day long. And I can't drive anyone anywhere when I'm sick. So, really, really frustrating. Um, and there are times where it goes into remission and I'm good for months and I can eat whatever. I can eat all the healthy food and I can get a lot done. But yeah, it like really sucks the life out of you after a while. And it is triggered by stress, but the stress just keeps piling on. And it's situations that I can't avoid. It's not anything that I'm creating. There's just been one unfortunate thing after another, um, and then you're stressed out because you're sick. So it starts with, um, oh dang it, I feel sick, and then once it goes on for a really really long time, it just gets really stressful, and you start to feel like I'm never gonna be well again. Um, it always gets better at some point. Um, I just keep hoping that my life will be more relaxing soon. Yeah, Kelly, I am stuck in a bad cycle. I'm just amazed that they didn't see like really bad inflammation in there. because like several times recently it was so bad. I thought, if this were new, I would think my appendix was about to burst. And there were several times I had contemplated going to the ER, and then after resting for a while, it kind of died down. But no, there's nothing wrong with my appendix, and I don't know what causes these intense pain episodes. And there are times where I I get up in the morning and I feel somewhat decent, and I think, well, maybe I'll have some breakfast, and then like I'll eat a well balanced breakfast, and then I feel really sick, and I just have a total energy crash, and it just like ruins me for the day. And I think I should have just gotten stuff done for hours and just skip meals again. But that's not good for your metabolism. Um, and then the other hard thing is like you don't want people thinking you're just in a bad mood or something like that. But then when you talk about your medical stuff, then everyone wants to have a theory on what's wrong with you and wants to try to tell you like a million different things to try. And if I were stinking rich, I would try everything. I would try acupuncture. I would go to a naturopath. I would be spending money left and right, uh, just out of desperation. I don't have money to experiment a ton, and I wish I did. So, um, and then there are people who will say, you should eat this, you should eat that, and they don't realize that actually makes me worse. It's obnoxious. Joanna, I'm glad you gave up Diet Coke. Very good. Hey, Baron. Okay, let me say hello to some more people. Hey, Stargazer's mom. CBD for Crohn's disease. I'm very grateful I don't have Crohn's disease. That is a nasty disease, and I have a friend who's had to have sections of her colon removed multiple times. That's just awful. Hi, Harry. I'm very grateful I don't have something extreme like that. I have a relative who has ulcerative colitis, and that's actually been controlled well with medication. But I have another friend who had ulcerative colitis, and he had to have his entire colon removed because none of the treatments were working, and he was having all sorts of infusions and stuff. So um, I'm glad that I have some good moments where I can recover and do some fun things and make people laugh. Um, it just gets really old after a while. Um, Hi, Juanita. Juanita says, I feel you. I have IBS all my life. I have to watch what I eat. If not, I get sick. Oh, I hear you there. Yeah, Harry, it's like easier to tell people, hey, I've been sick, and then they understand why I'm in a bad mood. But there's always that risk of people wanting to sell you things and bombard you with advice. So I've been on forums where people talk about different things I've done uh, to help their conditions, but what works for one person doesn't work for another. Some people like cutting out sugar worked, other people cutting out gluten. I haven't tried cutting out gluten because you have to be on gluten when you're tested for celiac. And so that's one of the things that they did last week. Um, so we'll see. Harry says, yeah, it's the bad advice people want to sell you. So when I was really sick in college, I had people saying, maybe your spine's out of alignment. Maybe you were bitten by a poisonous spider and you didn't know it. How would you not know if you're bitten by a spider? Um, I think I mentioned in a video maybe that I had a guy accuse me of being bulimic. And I saw him at a store a couple years ago, and I resisted the urge to go up to him and go, "Hi, remember me? Remember that time you thought I was bulimic?" So, even my doctor had asked if I was anorexic. No, I just couldn't stop throwing up, and it was very painful to eat and drink water. And then she put me on amitriptyline because they use it sometimes to treat irritable bowel syndrome, and so I was misdiagnosed with that for a long time. And then I gained like 25 pounds in a month on that, and it didn't click right away that that's why I suddenly gained weight. I did know that it was making me sleep like 14 hours, and I don't remember how long I was on it before I realized, duh. And that really messed me up, and it didn't help me at all. I still felt just as awful. So that's one of my biggest regrets is going on amitriptyline. So, yeah, once you start taking medications and stuff, that can cause um, other problems. I used to work for a psychiatrist. I was about 19 at the time, and I would tape the prescriptions into people's charts after their appointments. And so many of them had like 7 prescriptions. So they had one for the main problem they came in for, and then a prescription to counteract the side effects of that medication, and then another prescription to deal with other side effects. And yeah, I decided I just want to avoid medication as much as possible because it just can cause so many issues. And like even just taking like ibuprofen and Tylenol, that can cause organ damage. And so I very rarely take any sort of pain medication. Um, I did become desperate after Sabrina was born because my back was injured from being rear-ended, and then I had like 36-hour back labor with her. So I broke down and took ibuprofen after her. But while I was pregnant, I was only allowed to take Tylenol. You can't take ibuprofen when you're pregnant. So, Harry, that's very true. Um, People are very judgmental about weight gain, and they jump to all sorts of conclusions as to how your weight gain happened. Um, and then sometimes those people become fat. Have you guys ever heard that song? I hope you got fat. I think that was. I'm blanking on the band's name. You all know what I'm talking about. Hey, GA Peaches. Is that Georgia Peaches? That's one thing we can all agree on, except for scammers. We can agree that we hate scammers. Scammers maybe don't hate scammers. Kelly says 36 hours? Man, I give up on a poop after 20 minutes. I didn't push for 36 hours. Good night, Cheryl. This is a long story. I actually made a video about this. I was in labor for a week with my first baby. That was a nightmare. And I didn't have an epidural with him, and I decided so I'm never gonna. I just would not. I had a bad spinal tap when I was 14, where they stuck me over and over, and that's when I knew I will never have an epidural, no matter what. And yeah, after being in labor for a week and not having an epidural, it would have felt really stupid getting an epidural for a labor that lasted one day. Good night, Cheryl. Um, Oh, Juanita, that sounds painful. I'm so sorry. Say Love V says, I had gastric bypass 25 years ago. I lost too much, and everyone says, you look good, but when you were chubby for a long time, your body knows. Oh. Heather says, I'm short, fat, and quite spastic. Take it or leave it. I'll take it, Heather. I like you, Heather. Still catching up on people's comments here. Thank goodness I don't have like a million subscribers because in the comments it would be like, I don't know how people do live streams when it's just moving so fast. Juanita, what does that say? You stay away from tacos? What is that? Oh, cheese? But cheese is my love language. Yeah, Harry. Even before the internet, girls had a very difficult time with body image, and it's sad. Hey, Eris, how are you? Is that how you say it? Eris? He says, what's up? Hi, Beth. See, I grew up doing gymnastics and stuff, so I don't have that pain of growing up overweight and being bullied and all that. Like I have all these good memories of doing backflips and all that. I have always been short though, and sometimes I got teased for being short, and I felt like people uh, talked over me more, like they saw me as being younger because I was short. So, um, and I was often last to be picked in gym class, which was stupid because I was a really fast runner, and it was like people would forget, oh yeah, she's super fast even though she's short. So, whatever. Bite me, kids from gym class. Kelly, that sounds awesome. Will you leave me a comment later to remind me of that? Oh, hey, Michelle. Thanks so much for watching my videos. Oh, Eris, I'm in my bedroom right now. It's terrible lighting. I was gonna go outside earlier where there was some nice natural light, but the day got away from me, and I just really wanted to get on here and say hello to all of my new subscribers. I've like lost track of how many I've gotten in the last few days, and I don't think it's gonna last for a super long time. It's gone down a little bit, but my most popular video was on the recommended page, and which is kind of funny because the video is 3 years old. So every time I have a surge in views, is from that one video, and once you get a video that has a lot of views, it's like people go, "Oh, I should watch that because it has a lot of views." And I feel like I have a lot of videos that are funnier than that one, but whatever. Sorry, I'm kind of on comments here. So if I ever have like an overwhelming number of subscribers, I'll probably do live streams on Patreon just to keep it more under control. Um, oh, Kelly, that's people are so mean. Oh, thank you, Beth. Say Lovey says I'm everywhere, kind of like a little piece. Oh, I love Little Piece. Oh, thanks, Harry. Um, yeah, there are so many reasons I love putting the videos out there. And one of them is that a lot of people realize, oh, I can do this too. And if every single person messed with scammers when they called them, it would make their lives a living hell. And I think it would cost more to run their call centers than what they would actually make. Um, and I love to mess with them when they call me because they're not expecting someone to be lying in wait. And when they call me, I almost always do the Sylvia voice because that's who they're expecting to find is Sylvia, and they think that they have an old person's phone number. So, have a good night, Eris. Oh, thanks, Lenny. Um, so add more reminders for people to like and share throughout my video. That's a good idea. Do I write my own songs? I wrote one song as a joke one time. Oh, Harry. Harry says, I put my mom onto your videos and at 86 now has a new outlook on life and the internet. Oh man, is she messing with scammers now? Because that would be hilarious. Oh, thanks, Drop Bear. Scammers won't talk to Heather anymore. So I just saw that on a video that there's a new thing called Bob TC, Bob RTC. Is that right? So some scam baiters have come up with that, and it makes me wish so bad that I had a smartphone so I can get the app and everything. And you can donate to them too if you want to, which I would really want to do because that's awesome. So Fire RTC, which is if you don't know, is an app that you can use to call scammers, and it'll change the phone number how it appears on the caller ID. Well, I guess they're not taking new accounts anymore. So, okay, C'est La Vie says Bob RTC. That just sounds so cool. So, I'm hoping to make enough money that I can finally justify getting a smartphone. And it's getting more annoying not having one because sometimes people will only answer texts and they won't answer their phone or emails. So, um, and yeah, I have a lot of people who try to text my landline and they freak out thinking that something went wrong. Jessica says she's used prank dial. You prank call people. Cool. Well, I was going to start this much earlier, but then I had to discuss music stuff. So I'm going to have to wrap this up. I'm in my room, and my husband will probably want to go to bed eventually. And I need to get a few things done for Carmen's birthday tomorrow. Um, Like I don't have it in me to blow up a whole bunch of balloons this time. And the dollar store was out of helium, so that was kind of a bummer. But I'm making baked brie, and that is a lot of work, so she should be happy with that. But lots of times with our kids, we've stayed up late blowing up balloons with our own lungs. And we would like sneak the balloons into our kids' bedroom. And so when they wake up in the morning, it's like filled with balloons. Thanks, Terry. It's going to be a crazy day because Jared and I also have our first night of rehearsal tomorrow. So I'm going to party with her during the day. And then she wants to make peach cobbler with her dad. That's what she wanted for her dessert. And then when we get back from rehearsal, we'll probably watch a late movie and eat the cobbler. I'm actually not a cobbler fan, so I probably won't eat the cobbler. But that's okay. All right, well, thanks so much. So grateful for all of you who have subscribed to my channel and been so supportive. I should have done a live stream when I was like all giddy and full of excitement. I just had a really tiring day today. So, oh, before I go, Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. I'm not going to sing an entire song. Thanks, Drop Bear. Creep around the chats later. You want me to sing penis? That's really inappropriate. Wait, you want me to say penis as Figaro? Penis! Penis, penis! Some of you probably don't know why I'm singing penis. Mostly it's because apparently Mr. Weed Wacky is a pervert. Penis! How you like that? Mm-hmm. I can't wait for choir tomorrow to sing in a place where it's acceptable to. Well, I'm not going to sing penis at choir, but I might be thinking it. Oh, Deo just showed up. Darn it, Deo. I'm just leaving. I am not going to sing penis by accident. Always on purpose. Yeah, when you have three boys, you just kind of become immune to that word. Because it was literally years when they were in a penis phase and they would not stop saying it. I would be like in the living room cleaning and I hear one of them yell, "My penis!" all the time. One of them would be ending the penis phase and then another one would start it. So, you're welcome, everyone. Um, I could do a whole video where I sing songs using the word penis, but I'd probably lose a lot of subscribers that way. And yeah. Anyway, good night. It was good talking to you all.